Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Future Stars. I hope you liked that play, and now if you're able to call in and answer the question on the screen, the number and the question should be on the screen, which is what was the moral of the play the moral of the play. What was the moral of the play? And now
sorry viewers if you're watching, I accidentally made a mistake whilst I was telling the story. It was Ibni.
I think he for the beginning he said Binti, which means daughter, and he was supposed to say Ibni. So it's very good of you for correcting yourself. And now back on let's go back on track, and if you'd like to call in to answer the question, you are very welcome to. So you just saw that play, and now if you'd like to answer it, you could ring in. To begin the second half of the show, Misbah has a know-how that she'd like to share with all of us. So could we introduce her with a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Born in the holy Kaaba, brought to this world for our sake. Who would have thought that you would go through such pain and heartbreak? Mola, 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 Mola. Your family would endure injustice like none other. Tears they flow for your sons as party from their mother. Mola, 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 Mola. When orphan Fatima stood so helpless at her front door, she asked the men to leave, but her request was just ignored. That door was broken through and your life was shattered in two. You lost your unborn son, then you lost your precious wife too. Mola, 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 Mola. Riding the shoulders of the Holy Prophet of Allah, clearing the idols from the sacred pure house of Allah. A fearsome warrior you were imploded, showered. So Ibn Muljim struck you inside such a coward. Mola, 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 Mola. After the Prophet's passing, you were bound like a prisoner, dragged through the streets so blessing. People thought you're a sinner. Your daughter had the same fate. She too was made to suffer, dragged through the streets with such hate. Did they not recognize her? Mola, 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 Mola. Then there was that son of yours you soared from such a brave tribe. Karbala would soon come, when Hussein is him at his side. How you wish you could help them on the plains of Karbala. Instead you had to witness and wait for them in Jannah. Mola, 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 Mola. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad
wajil fawjahum.
Thank you, Misbah, for that, Noha. And now and now I'd also like to say, if you'd like to call in to add anything or recite anything or answer the question of the day, the question, you're very welcome to call in. And the question is, what was the moral of the play which we just played in today's show? And now moving on to the main we've got a caller. Assalamu alaikum, can you tell me your name and where you come from, please?
My name is Hussein and I'm calling from Birmingham. I would like to answer the question.
Go on.
The answer to the question is, think before you act and follow the Prophet's teaching and his progeny. And I really enjoy your show. Good Hafiz.
Good Hafiz. Thank you, Hussein. And I'd also like to say, if you'd like to call in, you're very welcome to, as I said, to answer the question. Now moving on to the main and sad part of today's show, we are now going to, I am now going to explain the martyrdom of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Hazrat Ali alayhi salam was martyred with a poisoned sword on the 19th of Ramadan, 40th. Mola Ali, a few moments before the time of Fajr prayer, to the mosque of Kufa, Mola Ali started the prayers, and when he went to Sajda, Ibn Muljim, who wounded him with his poisoned sword on his head. The scar was on his head up to his forehead. The sword struck him, and he said, "By the promise of the Lord of the Kaaba, I am successful." All of the people of Kufa heard the proclaim about Mola's murder. People ran towards the mosque. Imam Ali fell down and was putting dust onto his wound from the ground. His face and beard were streaming with blood. When he was struck by the sword, the earth and sky were trembling, and black storms arose. The walls of the mosque shook, and the doors were banging, angels calling out, "Hazrat Ali has been murdered." The people of Kufa were running towards the mosque. Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein also ran towards the mosque. Both the sons picked up their father and tied a knot on the wound. Imam Ali told Imam Hassan, "Ibn Muljim, the son of the Jewish woman, has wounded me." The effect of the poison was spreading in Hazrat Ali's body. Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein wrapped him in a blanket and carried him home, as the Imam did not have the stamina to walk home because he was fasting. At the time of Iftar, when the fast is open, people of Kufa had arrested Ibn Muljim and brought him to Imam Ali. When he was in a very bad condition due to his thirst, Imam Hassan alayhi salam had brought him milk for Imam Ali for his iftar. He gave the milk to Ibn Muljim and said, "Drink it, you are thirsty." Ibn Muljim said, "I purchased this sword for 1,000 dirham and poisoned worth 1,000 dirham and applied it on the sword. There is much of poison on the sword that if it is If it is spread on the earth, all living things will die. Imam Ali was martyred in 2 ways, one with the sword and other with poison. Imam Ali was wounded on the morning of 19th of Ramadan and died on the 21st of Ramadan. Imam Hassan and Imam Hussain bathed and shrouded him, and when they took his body to burial, all the doors, gates and walls bended to his honor. Hazrat Ali is buried at Najaf. Today his magnificent shrine still stands there and is filled with devotees. May Allah take us to his shrine for ziyarat. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
Before we tell you the answer of today's question, I would like to give you a little quiz on what you have learned today. Okay, so first starting off with you, Mr. Van, could you tell me the name of the person of who what was the topic of today's show?
The death anniversary of Imam Ali, and the person who killed him was Ibn Muljam.
I was gonna ask that question. You already answered that. Mohsin, when was Imam Ali alayhi salam? When did he die?
He died on the 14th of I mean
What do you think? Mr. might win. You got 5 more seconds.
Can I have some help, please?
I've said it today. Mister, would you like to say it? You'll get another point.
Imam Ali died on the 21st of Ramadan.
That's totally correct. Mohsin, do you know that now? Yeah. I hope you all the people at home as well, the viewers, have learned this as well. Mohsin, you learned a new thing, haven't you, today? And you whispered. Did you know this before you came on the show? You didn't, so you learned it in today's show, as well as you, Mohsin. Okay, moving on to the next question. What was the date that Imam Ali was born, and where was he born? Mohsin, to get in the point.
He was born in the Kaaba.
What date was he born in? What was the date? Do you know that?
13th of
Can you say it? Rajab.
yeah, Rajab.
That is correct, Mohsin. You're gaining some points now. Okay, next question for Mr. Bat. What was Imam Ali's father's name?
Imam Ali's father's name was...
You know, we said it in the show. Can't use points now.
Abu Talib.
Yeah, that's You believe now you'll be Mohsin. Okay, Mohsin, could you tell me? Let me think of a question for you. Where, which country was, which area and country was our first Imam buried in? Is our first Imam buried in?
He was buried in Najaf.
Oh, you got some help? Yeah, he's buried in Najaf.
And
that is very correct. Do you think his shrine is very big? Have you seen a picture of his shrine before?
No.
Or when you get home, you better go on your computer and see it. It's golden and it's big and it's very nice and it's filled. And Miss, your next question is, what was his mother's name?
His mother's name was Fatima bint Asad.
Yeah, that's correct. Did you learn that on today's show? Did you know it before you came?
No, before I came.
That's very good. Okay, sadly we have run out of time for today's show. But before we go, Miss Mohsin, do you know what was the answer to today's question?
The answer of today's question is that you should act your ways and
you should act your ways and always be kind.
Yeah. Do you know the question? The question was what was the remember the play that we did for last week's show?
Yeah.
What was the moral of it? Was it of
to act your ways and follow the Prophet.
Act before you
Act before
no,
you.
think before you act.
Think before you act and follow the Prophet's progeny.
And the Prophet's teaching and his progeny. So whoever got that right at home, well done to you. And sadly we have run out of time for today's show. And we'll see you next week on next week's show. So good afternoon.
Good office.
Good office.